Paul Stirling, I guess the dressing room's probably pretty beat up about that. It was a couple of good performances at Beckenham here, but still 2 more defeats.
Yeah, it is pretty gutting, to be fair. We've put on a few good scores recently and not managed to get over the line with the ball, so it's been fairly disappointing. There's been some signs of improvement in little places here and there, but collectively, as a whole, it just hasn't got us over the line.
The last couple of games were probably a bit more like how Middlesex started the group, which is a positive, but off the back of what became a little bit of a slump in the middle of the group, I guess that's what's making it harder to take probably for Middlesex.
Yeah, it is. It is. There's been no question, no denying that. It's been tough work, but we've just got to try and get bounced back up and win tomorrow. Like every game's a new day. We all have pride in our performance, and we all want to win for Middlesex. So it would be nice still to end on a positive note.
Did you feel like you were light with the bat tonight, or was it that it got away with the ball?
Sometimes it's just hard to tell. There's periods out there today when I was batting when I thought, geez, when they bolt quite slow or into the deck, I was struggling personally, and I was going, well, if I'm struggling, then I know it might be tough work for other people or down the line. So at one stage I was thinking we were well above par, but then the way Morgie came in and hit and struck it so cleanly after he was maybe around a ball 18, I was thinking then maybe the dew factory and the wicket got slid on a little bit easier, and they showed that there was no stopping once they got going.
Have you guys analysed it? I mean, obviously you have, in terms of breaking it down as to why, because it's the second year of Dan Vittori coming in. It was hoped that it would be kicking on for all of you this year. But obviously results in the end have gone backwards, even if the performances at the start and in the last couple of games have picked up slightly.
We certainly analyse our own performances as a team and ourselves. There's no doubt we've been short, absolutely no question about that. So,
in what areas do you think?
A lot. Like, I think individually you've just got to keep asking yourself questions of yourself. It's not up to us to point fingers at anyone else. So I go back home tonight and think about how I could do better. I don't know how many balls I faced tonight. Got 74 maybe. Definitely faced over 50 balls. How could I improve on that? Dan Lawrence certainly was able to hit it cleaner than that tonight. So how can I get up to that and help us? So individually we'll all be looking at it. In the field today we were disappointing. It was slightly tough conditions with the dew, and that didn't help, but again, those sort of things.
Because it is hurting at the moment, the dressing room, isn't it? I saw that with Angus Fraser last week, Dan Vittori, David Milan was quite frank, obviously yourself tonight. How badly hurting is it though, and is that a bit of a concern going obviously back into, for Middlesex, a crucial final 6 games at the end of the season?
I think that's why tomorrow night's so big. I think if we put in a performance, that will lift us no matter what stage of the tournament we're at, no matter how far behind we are. I think if we go to Hove tomorrow and win, you gain confidence from that, and there's 6 massive games coming to the last back end of the season, so hopefully we can turn it around.
Are you playing tomorrow night? Because obviously Middlesex, I mean, it's a big game on Sunday morning, isn't it? Obviously you've got your own commitments as well coming up, but Middlesex, there must be a temptation to go with the kids tomorrow night.
Oh, I'm not too sure. You're asking the wrong person. I personally hope I'm playing because I want to play every night for Middlesex as I can, so hopefully I'm picked, and we'll find out in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, and in terms of that game at Northamptonshire, and then Sussex here, the Sussex one's the big one, isn't it? When they turn up second place, obviously it'd be nice to get the win at Northamptonshire first, but if not, at least a high scoring draw before Sussex arrive, because these two games could really shape the second half of the season, which could be lifted from what's been a tough campaign so far.
Big time, yeah. I think if we go and win those first 2 games, you never know what kind of season it'll be. Cricket is a funny game, and I don't think, even though we have been losing, on occasions the margins haven't been great. Yes, it hasn't looked good, and we lost a lot of occasions, but still there are positives, and if we can somehow just get that to be on the other side, especially in the 4-day cricket, like our last game, Warwickshire, here, we can definitely do it and we can turn it around.
I was going to ask that because, I've got my feelings watching it from the sidelines. Do you guys feel like there's been progress in the last couple of years on the field? Because obviously it's been a tough format for Middlesex for many, many years, but in the last couple of years, the players seem like they have more confidence.
In 2020 cricket? I think you've got to start well and gain momentum, and it's just not something we've done this year. Whether that's with the bat or the ball, it's 2020 is a tricky one. I think we could easily have got on a roll, but it's ifs, but whats maybe, so there's no point in commenting from my point of view now. Hopefully the next time that's all we can do is do better.